You make a payment, on time, full amount, and somehow your debt is bigger next month, exactly what it's designed to do. Right now, millions of people are paying their loans every month and still falling behind. Credit cards, home loans, student debt, even countries, especially countries. And everyone keeps asking the same question. How am I doing everything right and still losing? Interest doesn't wait for you to catch up. It moves every day, every month, sometimes every second. Here's the first hidden mechanism. Interest is calculated on what remains, not on what you've paid. So if your interest rate is 12% a year, that's roughly 1% a month. On $100,000, that's $1,000 added before your payment even arrives. You pay $5,000, but $1,000 went to interest first. Only $4,000 actually reduced the debt. Your brain remembers the payment, the system remembers the balance. Now zoom out one step. Most people don't pay aggressively. They pay the minimum, or something close, because that's what the statement suggests. It feels official, safe, reasonable. But minimum payments are not designed to end debt. They're designed to keep it alive. If your interest is $1,000 a month and your payment is $1,200, congratulations, you reduced your debt by $200, slowly, painfully, almost symbolically. Miss 1 month, add a fee, interest compounds on a slightly higher base, and suddenly, despite months of payments, the total owed is higher than when you started. That's not failure. That's arithmetic with bad incentives. Now here's where it gets more uncomfortable. Debt grows fastest when money is tight. When income drops, people stretch payments. When payments stretch, interest gets more time. When interest gets more time, the balance swells. Then higher balances mean higher interest next cycle. It's a feedback loop, quiet, legal, relentless. And it doesn't stop with individuals. Governments do this too. A country borrows, it pays interest, it rolls over old debt with new debt. The headline says debt repayment, but the total keeps climbing. Why? Because the interest grows faster than the economy that's supposed to pay it back. If a country's debt grows at 6% a year and its economy grows at 3%, the debt doesn't need new spending to explode. Time alone does the job. This is why politicians talk about debt ceilings and austerity, while the numbers keep rising anyway. The machine is already in motion. Now let's address the biggest myth. If I just keep paying, eventually it'll go away. That's only true if your payment consistently beats the interest by a meaningful margin, not emotionally meaningful, mathematically meaningful. Otherwise, you're not climbing out, you're treading water in a rising tide. And here's the irony. The system rewards early borrowers and punishes late ones. If you borrow when rates are low and income is stable, debt shrinks smoothly. If you borrow when rates are high or income is fragile, the same rules apply, but the outcome flips. Same system, very different ending. This is why debt feels moral on paper, but brutal in practice. Responsibility doesn't change the formula. Timing does. Now zoom out again. When enough people, companies, or countries are stuck paying debt that won't shrink, money stops moving, spending slows, risk increases, defaults rise. That's when everyone suddenly pretends they're surprised. But nothing snapped, nothing broke overnight. Debt didn't explode. It grew, quietly, legally, while payments were being made. So here's the question that matters. If a system allows debt to grow even when it's being repaid, who is it really designed to protect? The borrower who tries, or the math that never sleeps?